Welcome back to the Tidarium Hangar. This is Mike. I'm coming at you with another video. This time I'm talking to you about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the 80s and my carded collection, sort of a loose collection. I'm not really proud of my loose collection because there's no accessories or anything. But anyhow, this is this toy line that I kind of feel like was forced on us in the 80s. I didn't really care to watch the show or to buy the toys or any of that stuff, but it was almost all that was on. And although we wanted to watch G.I. Joe and Transformers because those were the best, this was on all the time. It just seemed like this was on in like multiple time slots on multiple channels, and it was really crammed down our throats, and I fought it off as hard as I could. And then as a kid, as a 12-year-old kid, or however old I was in 88, like 11 or 12, I ended up buying them. So we're going to get into my carded collection and show you kind of some loose comparisons, and let's get right into it. So we're going to start with just the standard Michelangelo. This is probably what most people's favorite figure was, but I remember writing, so all these that have the Kmart price tag on it, I rode my bike to Kmart and bought these one day, and I just had to have them. After fighting the urge for so long, I couldn't take it anymore, and I couldn't wait on my parents to drive me up there, rode my bike up there, which is about a 3.5 mile ride for a kid through town. I didn't tell them I was doing it either, so might have got in trouble. Hope I don't get in trouble now. So I did open almost all these and then tape them back shut, just like with my G.I. Joe. Played with them for like a week, put them back in their package, and said, yes, I'm going to keep it as a collectible. Well, it's an opened figure, so it's not really that collectible anymore. But anyway, there's the card back is pretty simple. You've got his, you could pause it to read all that, Portrait of Michelangelo. It's kind of funny because Michelangelo is named after a painter. And that's a card back. It's just like got a lot of stuff on it. It's just all over the place. Like the whole story is right there. Next one I want to talk about is Leonardo. Now, Leonardo was my favorite, and obviously, you couldn't just leave this guy on the card as an 11-year-old kid, and you had to open him up and mess with those swords. And that pizza cutter? No. I left a lot of stuff on there. I just took the swords out. That's all I cared about. Thought he was the coolest because he had the swords, and I also have a loose one, but he doesn't stand up to save his life, but, you know, there he is. So you can see the back because he's loose. But yeah, I thought he was the coolest, and that was one of my initial Kmart purchases. Okay, here is Raphael. Raphael is the dude that has the size, I guess what you call them, the little bitty swords. I never really understood the point of that. Like, the swords are so much better. See, he's unpunched. Like that matters if you open it, right? Hey, save the pizza points. Not my favorite. Raphael wasn't, I just really didn't think he was that cool. So I guess the guy with the stick wasn't as much fun, so I didn't buy him. But here's Donatello with nothing. All right, next I want to talk about Casey Jones, and I think this figure is actually kind of cool. He comes with his bag and a couple other things, a bat and something. But I just really liked introducing something that wasn't a turtle on the good guy side. You know, and then there's a rat, and I have him around here somewhere. I couldn't find him for this, and then there's a rip in that thing there. But this is it was kind of fun to have someone that really wasn't just, there was a human on their side. And then here we go with a loose version of this guy. So I don't know if this was a good guy or a bad guy. I don't even remember. Rat King. I assume that he lived in the sewers with these guys, but anyhow, I just liked having something that wasn't just a turtle. There's his features and some ooze. Some ooze, some slime. Now this dude here is like Genghis Frog, the vacation frog. This dude, I guess, was always on vacation. But anyway, there he is, Genghis Frog. So next up I want to talk about the main bad guys, and it's Rocksteady and Bebop. So this one here is Bebop. And yeah, I opened them. I'm a dork, but whatever. Still unpunched. I think this, for some reason I was thinking I got these at Kmart too. Like I got the 3 Turtles, and in the first run of figures, seems like they, maybe I couldn't find Donatello, and that's why I don't have it. So I just really wanted to track them down. I got excited when I found them, but there's these guys. And I also have a loose set. Okay, so these loose ones, I have trouble making them. I mean, I got these standing after messing with them, but turtle figures are hard to make stand up. Like, how do you make a nice display with them? When I was a kid, I didn't make displays. I just played with them and threw them in a bin or something. Or, well, threw them back in their card back when I was done playing with them, obviously. But as an adult, finding a lot of these that are used, and I'm just having trouble getting them to stand and look good on a shelf. What do you do if you collect this stuff? Let's get into the next series of bad guys. And here we are with the Foot Soldier, which did not hold up over time in the packaging. But this is one that you would want to troop build, but I thought he was the dorkiest looking one. And the pose they put him in, just, I did not like the poses they put these figures in. I was happy to have another bad guy to fight because there weren't very many bad guys to fight in the beginning. But yeah, there's that guy. And he comes with an array of weapons too. I don't even know how to explain them all. Shredder, of course, is everybody's favorite bad guy. And I really wished he was articulated. And you had elbow articulation, and he could hold a pose, and his knees articulated. No, they put it, this kind of is like along the lines, I think LJN made these. I guess I should have looked at that before. Playmates made these. Playmates did a lot better job with their Voltron stuff. But anyway, here's a Shredder. His wrist moves and stuff, and he's got his cloth cape, but the legs, just look at the legs. There's nothing you can do to make this guy look cool. I mean, okay, give him one dynamic pose. That's all he's made for. Should have made him as a statue. It's hard to make him stand up here and lean him up against the carded one. The carded one stand up okay. Think of that extra little bump in the bottom. Okay, the Turtles bat. Oh wait, it's called M Metal HF. What the heck, Metal HF? The original party robot? Okay, whatever. I don't know why I opened that one. That wouldn't look like any fun. And it's almost unpunched. It's missing a partial punch. This is probably, I think this is one of the KB ones. Yeah. So I love the KB. $4.99 at KB, and Kmart ones were like $4.75. So KB wasn't that much more expensive. But anyway, yeah, this is the robot. And I just always thought of this as like the G.I. Joe bat. Mondo Gecko. Need I say more? Here's his back, and there's his punch, and unpunched and torn. This is the Mutagen Man, and this guy's so cool that he looks like Krang, but he's not Krang. So I would have liked to have had a Krang. I never saw one on the store shelves, but I think I got tired of this line before Krang came out, and I didn't realize that they made 138 more figures after I was done. Okay, next we're getting to Napoleon Bona, and this guy is so awesome that he stays sealed. Anyway, I don't know. Sort of, he's got his punch in there, so maybe that guy is worth something, who knows. But anyway, this is when you start seeing the blow up of look at all these figures you can get. Oh my gosh. You know what? All I wanted was the original cast. Even with all these new ones, I was like, I want a Splinter. Never got a Splinter on the card. I want to get, well, who else is there? April O'Neil? Well, did I really want an April O'Neil? No, I did not. I want an April O'Neil so bad. No, I don't. But there we go. Okay, so we're getting into the last three of my carded collection here, where they had motorized functions. And what you did is you wind it up, and then it spins something. He was spinning a minute ago. There he goes. He only wants to spin if he's in one position. Spin! Spin! Oh well. Anyway, so let's start with Raphael. And he has a motorized spins on back with break dance action. There's a picture of him doing it. And there's a picture of how the guy that's going to pull it all off. I couldn't, on this one, couldn't be bothered to tape it back because, you know, that was just too much work. At that point in time, I just stopped caring, I guess. You know, these little guys are pretty cool. I never had any of them as a kid. Next on the agenda is Michelangelo's, and his, we already showed you what he does, and, well, that's that. He spins this trash can lid with a bunch of stuff stuck to it. And this is when they were at Walmart for $5, and can I get that on there? Oh, $5.24, so the price went up for this batch, I guess because of the extra action feature. And last we have Leonardo. And the coolest thing about Leonardo is his swords, and he doesn't have a sword. It's weird stuff. He has things that look like they could be swords, they're not really swords. New motorized rotating arm action. Pretty common thing that they did there. Look at the back of this guy. Now this is when they have started with their quadrillion figures. Anyway, let me know what you think about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. Your any memories you have, like, subscribe, and of course, tell your hang around.